Hello and welcome to my Elite Dangerous, the day-to-day grind, prime time grind all the time. It seems like preparing for fleet carriers, space legs, planetary personal bases, and landing on planets with atmospheres. We continue to run this series because everything coming up between now and December will probably eat up credits. So we're trying to grind credits between now and December. Now the December items like the space legs and the planetary personal bases and landing on planets with atmosphere is probably going to be a DLC is what we understand. And that's like Horizon. It'll be a real money edition. So it's going to cost you real money to purchase the module like Horizons was, the DLC. And I always like to look around my chair. You see those doors back there, you see the monitors. And we look on this side, we see around our chair, we see the monitors, we see the door. Space legs would allow us to get up out of our chair. Not physically, but our avatar gets up out of the chair and walks through that door behind us and into the cargo area and into the area that would have SUVs and or SRVs, and walk outside. And there's a door over where I'm facing now, the 3D, to walk out down the steps of the ship and out that door and run around in the station, or have to find our way through the station. There's a 6B over here, over up the stairs, so we walk up the stairs and go through that door. That's pretty cool. So we are looking forward to that. And I'm sure there's going to be some upgrades somewhere, especially in that personal planetary base. Because of the fleet carrier, that's really my base when that comes out in June. And we have another beta coming up. See, this is April the 22nd as of the publication of this video. But in May we have beta 2 on the fleet carrier. So yes, it's going to be great. I really like that fleet carrier. And check out my videos from the last few weeks. Entitled My Personal Fleet Carrier, My First Look. So check those out, and I'll probably create another playlist of my personal fleet carrier, my second look, or something like that, or beta 2. So a separate playlist for that. So we'll have, and I might change the name of the My First Look to Beta 1 when Beta 2 starts. So in the fleet carrier, it was announced that the operational cost of the fleet carrier will drop, and that's exciting because the fleet carrier, the way I had it outfitted, would be $127 a week. That should drop between 15 and 20 million a week. So much better. I'm really excited about that because I can put $1 billion in the balance of the fleet carrier, and that should take care of it for a long time. So probably over a year or up to a year, and I can just keep topping off that balance. I do plan, after I purchase it, going over to Edmondson High in Beta Hydra system and purchase enough tritium to fill up the fuel tank. It will come with 500 tons when we buy the fleet carrier, but we'll use a little getting over to Beta Hydra, probably not an awful lot, because the fuel efficiency of tritium is going to over double as of Beta 2. So, and I believe it's a little over 100 light years from Planetary is where we're going to pick up our fleet carrier. And then we're going to go to a neighboring planet, because we can't park the fleet carrier in Beta Hydrae because it's a permit system. And you can't fly your fleet carrier or have it sent to a permit system. So we'll be in a neighboring, and we'll transport the tritium in the cutter that has 720 cargo slots, or spaces. And we'll do 720 at a time. We'll fill up the main fuel tank, and then we're going to add 16,000 tons. So over 20 runs between the station and the fleet carrier with the cutter. And we're just going to fill that thing up to 16,000. So that gives us a little bit of room for the for our ships and our modules that we're going to move over to it, and then just the use of the fleet carrier of the storage, and the commodities that we mine and things like that that we would sell. As just like in Beta 1, it was open to everybody. So anyone except for notorious pilots can land on it. The only reason I turned them off is because I tried to land at a couple of other fleet carriers and I was attacked by pirates. And I'm wondering if it... See, I only play solo. So I'm wondering if it was notorious NPCs that were around their fleet carrier. And even my fleet carrier says watch out. I believe it says watch out for ships in your area. I cannot understand that computer voice coming from our carrier when it says watch out for blank in your vicinity. So I don't know what he's saying. So on the forum they believe it's ships or stowaways or something like that in your vicinity. So what I want to do too, to kind of break up these videos until the beta, we're going to do some planetary exploration too, mixed in with our grind. You know, I don't want to bore you too much to death. We do need the credits, yes, but we have to throw in some variety in there, and we might even do a little bit of asteroid mining, because everyone likes to see asteroid mining. So I think we're going to start mixing it up a little bit. We do have a load going down to New Dawn Station, and that should put us up over the 10.35. So about every 50 million we bring you another video. So, and we're stacking missions, so we can't do too much in between, because I have to deliver these or we will get the expiration time on us. Now, while we're doing other things, I might only pick up palladium and not gold. So we'll kind of see how it goes. I have my other ships at Babbage in Ceos. So I have a planetary exploration ship, and I have a Python, and I have a mining Python. So we're going to make sure those are outfitted the way we want, and we might make some adjustments to them, but we should use them because we haven't used them since we purchased them. And I believe I did take the travel Python out for a spin and went over to one of the engineers and had the shield boosters modded on those additional ships, and pin the remote workshop for shield boosters. Like if we come down here to remote workshop, we have the shield booster. Well, I took the travel Python to the engineer for that shield booster and set that up. So check out that video too. while we're talking about that, look down to the bottom to the left and you see my YouTube channel, GFM_RDG, where you'll find over 575 additional videos, all from the 3306, our 2020. I've recorded all my gameplay from the beginning of January of 2020, our 3306. And I have published 575 plus videos as of the publication of this video. So there's plenty of videos. There's engineers, there's material gathering, there's material trading, there's the Guardian FSD booster blueprint from the Guardian surface site, and picking up meta-alloys at the Thargoid surface site to take over to Felicity Farseer, engineer. And there's pirate attack videos, there's planetary exploration, there's bounty hunting on skimmers and stingers. Is this right? As you see, I have double elite status, but in my combat ranking, I'm competent. And that's all because of stingers and skimmers. It's very low risk combat. I'm not into high risk combat situations. That's not my style. My style is the trading and the exploration. So we're going to do a little bit of that exploration in the next few videos. But we'll have to watch our exploration of our cargo too. So we'll have to run some cargo missions in there too. And underneath, or at the bottom of the video to the right, you'll see the YouTube or the subscription button. If you'll press that subscribe button, it doesn't cost you anything, but you're notified when I produce more of these videos, and it helps me with YouTube. I'm far away from the minimum that I need for YouTube, so you can help me by pressing that, and you can help me by, underneath the video in the description, there's ways to donate to our channel. The costs are very high, and it puts a major strain on the budget. So if you can help us out there. So let's get down to New Dawn, deliver these cargo missions, or these units, and then we'll pick up the Planetary exploration ship, Python, and we'll go land on some planet, or a planet, and run around in the SRV that we just had using the livery, and had it painted the cobalt color, just like our ships are, and maybe the fleet carrier one day. So that color looks really good on the planet and in space. It doesn't look as good in the hangar with the fluorescent lighting and stuff. It doesn't look as good, but out in space it's really nice. So let's get over there and deliver those missions, and then run over to Babbage, pick up our planet exploration ship, and go land on a planet that we're allowed to. And in system map, there are planets that have that half blue ring around it. So let's go do that. Thank you again for joining me. Make sure we have our destination plugged in. Sys left, because I don't think so. Nope, we don't. Go to COs, system map. So what we're going to do is this middle one, New Dawn Station. We're going to go there first. Plot a destination. Then we're going to come over here where it says ships. And if we back out of this, and you see under ships, there's the original Sidewinder, the Imperial Cutter, Python. That's our travel Python, our mining Python, and our planetary exploration Python. So we're going to use the Planetary Exploration one this time, but then we're going to try some mining. And we're not going to try mining in Sothis and Ceos because of the pirates. There is a location down here where we use our fleet carrier. This is where the home of our fleet carrier is during beta. Reg Gua, or whatever, DTQ B321. That's where it hangs out. And I will show you where we park it. It was parked in beta 1 and it's going to be parked in beta 2. It's where the bookmark is. This is where it lives. It orbits this planet, this moon, and that's where you can find it. And everyone can land on it. So if you're out in this vicinity at Reg Gua at DTQ B321, come visit. It's open, private, and solo, so you can visit the fleet carrier. Okay. Well, let's get down to New Dawn, deliver these, and then grab the Planetary Exploration Python.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Well, there's exciting content coming the rest of this year, but it is going to eat up credits. So that's why we have to prime time grind all the time, pretty much. And yes, I have 10.3, which is probably enough for the fleet carrier.
Incoming mission critical message.
But it's not going to be enough for the rest of the year. So I'm sure it's going to eat up all of that. And more. So I'd like to have 10 billion above the credits we have to spend on the content. So now the planetary home bases, I don't really need that because I'll have the fleet carrier. It will be my traveling home base. But I'm going to purchase one, and the main reason I'm going to purchase one is for you to be able to see it, and we'll see how to use it and see how to upgrade it and all of those things. So you'll get to see videos on it. And I've been getting more than 4 interdictions the last few runs, so you might hurry up and pop that popcorn because it's pretty insane. It's insane to get this many interdictions, and they like to run. These are not the best controllers in the world for interdictions. And it's because we're running precious metals and we make up to 30 million a run. Most of the time it's in the 12 to 15 million range, but there are times it gets up into the upper 20s. We have a third one waiting to pounce on us. If you ever lose one of these interdictions, max your speed, boost as often as you can, and watch your heat. And if your ship gets too hot where you can't go into super cruise, use a heat sink and then try to go into super cruise. This one might be toying with us. At least he went ahead and did it. I was fixing to hit the super cruise assist just to have it in there so we could dart into the station area. But get to know your controllers very well and get your ships modded by the engineers. They will help you. And it just takes practice. This game really is about practice. I mean, you have to spend lots of time understanding it, understanding your controls, being comfortable with your ship. Sys left. Sys left. And my voice attack doesn't work the first time all the time, and that's frustrating. I fuss about certain things in Elite Dangerous, but my whole system has issues at times that I'm not happy with. I don't like stuck throttles in Super Cruise. I don't like the pirates. I don't like interdictions. I don't like critical mission message, or whatever that message is, when I'm trying to look at missions on the missions board, because it interrupts whatever you're doing, your controls, and throws you to the top of the missions board, or knocks you out of the mission that you are looking at. So this is a very obstacle course game, so just be prepared for that. It's less about reality and more about obstacle course and pirate fantasy, so just be prepared for that. Okay, so we're going to deliver these missions, and then we're going to go over to Babbage and pick up our Planetary.
DeLacy, Romeo Golf, India. You're clear for approach.
Incoming
Commander.
mission
Submit a
critical
request
message.
and enjoy your stay.
Sys left.
Approved for access. Proceed to landing pad 05. You are go for automated docking. Enjoy the ride, Commander.
Check out the pirate attack videos, and especially the one from 3 or 4 videos ago. Here at one of the stations, I come in auto docking in a pirate ship, which they get mad because I dart into the station without allowing them to interdict us. Comes in right in front of our ship while the auto dock has us, going pretty fast, and we slam into him. Takes out a ring of our shields, and usually at the most they can take a ring or a ring and a half, maybe 2 rings max. These are pretty good shields that we have. So
Landing gear deployed.
that's why I say have the engineers max out your modules, because my shield boosters and my shield generators are all modded from the engineers.
Touchdown sequence complete. Power down your engines. Station facilities are at your disposal, Commander.
And we have videos on the engineers, so you need to check those out. And in June, when we deck out our fleet carrier, we're going to make an engineer tour. We're going to take the fleet carrier with all our ships to each of the engineers, and we're going to max out, even with experimental modifications, to all of our modules and all of our ships. So you need to hit that subscribe button so you're notified when I put out all of these videos. And it helps me with YouTube, and it does not cost you anything. So help me there. At least help me there, since it doesn't cost you anything. And consider, no matter how small, donating. And you'll find ways in the bottom of the description of every video. And make sure everything's delivered before we go pick up that planetary exploration ship. And I'm not saying we won't look at any of the planets here. It's just because we have stacked missions, we could have issues with pirates. And we might wait to a point where we don't have missions on board before we do Sothis and Ceos. We might pick the surrounding systems to do planetary exploration. Is this right? We have one more mission to deliver. There it is. And it needs to be over 4.3. And it is. There we go. We hit it. Is this right? And our cargo hull is empty. Cargo hold. So we're at 10.35. The next video of cargo missions will be at 10.4 that I bring you into so you can see. So, sis left. Sis left. It gets more hard of hearing all the time. And I keep going to the speech recognition part of Windows and training it, and it still has trouble. Okay, 9.5 hours. We have to deliver one to Brunel. We'll have to keep an eye on that. So there probably won't be a video because it's between the increments of 10.35 and 10.4. So I'll probably have to run that one at some point. We need to go over to Babbage. Is this up? So we're going to run over to Babbage. We'll probably be interdicted several times, even though we don't have any cargo. It's just because we have those contracts on board, cargo missions. But we need to pick up our planetary exploration ship.
Landing gear retracted.
Detach is good. Observe queuing system when exiting the station.
We need to make sure we have a surface scanner on board. Now we don't have to have that for planetary exploration, but it's probably a good idea. We do have it on our mining Python. But again, be sure to press that subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner. I really need that. For YouTube, I'm far away from their minimums, but I need all the help I can get in that area so I can get to the minimum, so I can get some support from YouTube.
Roger that, Commander. You are go for VTO.
Sis left.
Delay C, Romeo Golf India,
Frameshift
FFC
drive
channel
charging.
open. Submit a request if you wish to dock at this facility, Commander.
Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Let's see how many interdictions we get just going over to Babbage with no cargo. Probably quite a few. They don't need much of an
Incoming
excuse
mission critical message.
to do an interdiction, so. But this will be the end of this video, and we're going to start up another video on planetary exploration. We'll go to a neighboring uninhabited system. And start landing on planets. That's our second interdiction coming, announcing themselves. Usually try to slow down, but of course the throttle has to rise even though we decreased it, because it doesn't pay attention because it's the obstacle course. It's another one of my complaints, and a chained interdiction. And of course you see where my throttle is set to, where I set it, and it ignores it, and it goes much higher because it wants us to get thrown into a planet or a station. Well, really a planet or a star is what the goal is. I mean, the goal is to kill you. That's what this game, that's its goal. To make you have to respawn and pay the fines and the rebuy cost and all of that. So it's a fight against the game. It's always trying to kill you. Now, I haven't died in over 8 months, so it is possible. You just have to have a good ship that you're comfortable with. Sis left. And it's trying to throw obstacles in your way all the time, consistently. And it's trying to frustrate you as much as possible, too. That's what amazes me. That Frontier purposely tries to frustrate their players to the point most of them don't play all the time. I mean, they'll set it down for months. And it's because of all the obstacles that are thrown in the way. And that Frontier doesn't always come out with content. I mean, many other games come out with content all the time. But Frontier can go years without bringing out any new content or fixing any issues. So, too busy working on Zoo World or whatever, or Jurassic Park, or some of their other games that they have. At least this year they're bringing out some content, because their game was getting stale and they were losing market share. So at least all of that will talk every once in a while to them, and they go, oh, I guess we better do something. As you can tell, I'm not an apologist for Frontier. I have plenty of complaints that they won't listen to. Now, I have to give them credit. They did listen during Beta 1. Boy, that was a shock. They never listen to their players. Ever. So for them to listen to their players in Beta 1 and decide to make changes that the players were asking for, yeah, that was a total shock to me. Yeah, we had one on our tail. He's probably going to attack us here at the station because I darted into the station. We were just too close.
DeLacy, Romeo, Golf, India. Federal Flight Control would like to welcome you to this facility.
Sis left. So be ready for him to pop in real loud.
Authorization cleared. Make your way to landing pad 2-2.
It's an intimidation.
Automated docking confirmed.
They like to intimidate us. He's going to pick our bones, or he's going to boil us up. Yeah, we hear it all the time. They do a lot of talking. There's just not a lot of action that goes behind their talking. I've even had them this close come out of Super Cruise. Who else can do that? That's part of the superpowers that they've given the pirates. And they can pop in anywhere in thin space. From anywhere, yeah. I mean, there's just very little restrictions that the pirates have in this game. They're like
Landing
ghosts.
gear
They
deployed.
just pop in anywhere. Yeah, all those interdictions we had no cargo. I mean, what were they going to get? Nothing. There's nothing for the pirates to get.
Docking completed. Deploying ground crew.
Okay, we're going to switch ships. Now, first, sis right. Okay, we're empty. We're going to go to the shipyard. And we have 5 stored ships. We have a Sidewinder. We have the Planetary Python. We have the Mining Python. We have the Travel Python. And we have the Cutter. So we're going to go back to the Planetary and use that ship. Make sure I have a surface scanner on it too, because I'm going to try to think of everything it's missing over time.
Incoming mission critical message.
Hard points, there's none. Okay, we have heat sinks and shield boosters. We have 1 cargo rack. We have a class 6 hangar. I want to show you those in the hangar in a little bit. Do have some cargo racks. We have a Guardian frameshift booster, and we do have a detailed surface scanner, so that's good. It's just because we don't need all the cargo racks in a Planetary. So what I think is pretty cool, let's come back over here and go to livery, however that's pronounced. And let's look at the SRV. Isn't that cool? Not really, but it's in the Cobalt, just like everything else that we have is all in the Cobalt. But we get to, where's the restroom though? It's good it's just a game. 'Cause I don't know how in the world he's supposed to go to the restroom and that. But it's a pretty fun little gadget. And then the ship, and you'll see the ship from the SRV, and you can tell the color is kind of dull here, but when we get out to the planets, it looks much better. Now what we might add is a fuel tank. And a fuel scoop. While we're out and about. You see we've got 74 out of 120 additional modules, and most of them are modded. And that's what we'll do in June also, is we will mod more modules. to pay attention to what I'm trying to do. I get myself, my mind goes wandering off and thinking of other things, and so we're going to go with a fuel scoop and a fuel tank. Just always trying to think, what's the best way to outfit our Planetary, our each ship. So we need a Class 5 fuel tank now. Let's see if they've got one here. Yes, they do. Let's get one of those. Okay, so we have a Class 6 cargo rack. Just in case we decide to pick up something, we got another Class 6. We have plenty of power. Okay. And I think we're about ready to go. I do thank you for watching this video. We kind of added in this last part. And I will show the outfitting on the next video too when we do the exploration. But we'll end this one. And make sure you press that subscribe button that's in the lower right hand corner. Make sure you consider donating through options in the description under the video, and check out our 575 plus videos in our channel underneath the video to the left, GFM_RDG. So until next time, thank you for watching.